welcome back to the planet. It's a tough generation that we live in a generation where we don't know anything about our kids and what's happening with our kids, which saddens me very much. Currently, as someone who's always fighting about mental well-being and also about drug awareness, I just learned sadly about how dangerous fentanyl is. Some kids get and then they find a buzz and they kick out of it and then they share it with their friends. And I sadly learned recently that it takes a little amount to be fatal, and it takes something like 10 minutes for someone to die. And then on diagnosis or when they're dead and they're being checked for what killed them, it comes out as an overdose. Whereas it's not an overdose per se, it's just something that the kid either was given unknowingly, especially if they ask for maybe painkillers amongst themselves and someone offers a painkiller and turning out that the painkiller is not what they think, but it's something that's laced with fentanyl. To all the parents out there, I know there is that, and there's self-harm. And there's self-harm going on with our teenagers. Please, let's be careful, giving them their freedom. Let's be mindful as we do that. Yes, it's their right to have their space and privacy, but things are happening without us parents knowing. And then in turn, we get parents shamed because we didn't know what was going on. So to you all parents out there, please do be on the lookout for this.
Go fast, such a blast on a train with a ball on a place to feel the rush again. And it's never coming down, we're invincible.
So often I find myself talking as if I'm talking to someone who already knows my line of thought, or someone who gets what I'm talking about, and forget that sometimes I'm talking to people who have no clue what I'm talking about. Well, as I was talking about fentanyl, it is fatal when it's mixed with something. That's why I kept on saying it's laced, which means it's mixed in some medication or covered up by some other stuff that you can be given. And most so often the youngsters, teenagers, they then take it through either it's being laced with weed or in pain stop medication, or used as a drug, as a dead drug, because for starters you can't smell it, you can't even test it, so you wouldn't know that it's there unless you know to look for it, or you have those testing things, which not a lot of teenagers go around carrying, even adults too. So yeah, that's my whole thing about it being fatal when it's laced in something. So on its own it's not fatal, because on its own it's being monitored, and that's why a lot of medication comes with you have to take so much at a specific time, and that's why a lot of medication has milligrams just so to monitor your intake and your body. People don't realize that whatever you're prescribed, your weight, your age and everything is put into consideration of what you're taking or what you're being prescribed. I did mention something about parent shaming. Well, it is in line with the fact that we currently have to respect our kids' privacy, their rights and stuff like that. So in turn, we tend not to check on everything they're doing in fear of being that parent who's overstepping, in fear of being that parent who's nosy. Sorry about that. The sun is just glaring in my eyes, so yeah, I'm sorry I have to put this on. I don't like having them on. I feel like they kind of cut off the other person. Anyways, as I was saying, being a parent in this generation, we have a lot of obstructions. Even when you mean to be doing right, it's considered as abuse. Even when you're not being abusive and you're doing things out of love of your kids, it's still looked upon as that, and it's still frowned upon. So now that's why I was saying that it saddens me to see how we are parenting currently. Yes, parenting doesn't come with a manual, but there is a lot of restrictions. We are now kind of raising our kids according to societal terms, according to political terms, out on the things that are happening around our kids, the things that are happening in our kids' lives, the things that our kids are doing in their rooms, in our homes. Remember the things that you knew is okay in the previous life or country might not be okay in the new country that you're in. So please do be smart enough to check out what you're allowed to do in regards to your kids' upbringing, and do check out what you can do in regards to how you can make it work with your kids. Okay, different kids, different situations, different kids, different methods of doing it. So yeah, that's it from me. Nomadic mamas, please, let's work together. Do speak out, especially on what your kid is going through, and you can get help. My God, look at that golden hour. I'm loving this. I'm feeling it. So yeah, mamas, again I say, I see you. Siyakubona, tirikukuona, yeah, you'll see a day. Okay, fix your kokoro, fix your sisu, and I will see you again on the same platform next time.